Hello, my name is Dr. Sam Miles. I'm the Subject Coordinator for the BSc Applied Accounting, Oxford Brookes Business School, Oxford Brookes University. The purpose of this short video is to cover the new research report topic number 3 and to give you guidance on how you might want to approach this. Research report topic 3 is to analyse and evaluate the impact on the financial performance of an organisation of a recent change imposed by the regulatory environment. There are a number of areas that you could consider for this, including a change in legislation, industry-specific sector regulation, changes in taxation policy, or the introduction or substantial revision of an accounting standard. In order to complete this topic successfully, you do not require access to internally generated information. You can do this topic just using the secondary data. So that's the corporate websites, trade journals, and most importantly, the annual reports and accounts. The research report topic 3 has some other information which you need to take into consideration. First of all, it mentions a recent change to the regulatory environment, and a recent change is one that's been introduced in the last 3 years. So as I mentioned, publicly available information can be used for this, but you must consider with your evaluation the financial performance without the regulatory change and then the financial performance with the regulatory change. So that's a pre and a post change analysis. It's very important that you include specifics within your research aim. So for this topic, the specifics relate to the areas in red. Be specific about the organisation you are considering and be specific about the regulatory change that you are introducing. So for example, you could have an aim to analyse and evaluate the impact on the financial performance of ABC & Co. of a recent change imposed by the introduction of IFRS 17 insurance contracts. If you're uncertain about how to formulate your research aims, please see the YouTube video which is specifically dedicated to that topic. To analyse and evaluate the impact on the financial performance, you will need to use 2 models. This will be one business model and one accountancy model or framework. You may also want to look at benchmarking. If you benchmark to a comparator, this may assist you in your analysis, but make sure that you do the analysis pre and post regulatory change. It's also very important that you explain and justify to the reader what you're intending to do. And in doing so, you should justify the selection of your company and the regulatory change in academic terms. So this is why this company is particularly impacted by this change in regulation and why this regulation is particularly interesting to look at the moment. In terms of the possible models, we have to look at a model to analyse the impact of financial performance, and so ratio analysis is a clear relevant candidate here. But make sure that you conduct your ratio analysis before and after the regulatory changes, and also make sure you focus on ratios that are impacted by the regulation. You could also use relevant KPIs to support this. In order to analyse how the business or industry has been affected by the regulation, a SWOT analysis would be a good idea. Again, illustrated before and after the regulatory changes. But please do have a look at the Knowledge Bank, which is a Kaplan open access resource which summarises all of the models used in the Kaplan study text. If you use a model, make sure you reference it accordingly, and referencing to the Knowledge Bank is acceptable. Good luck with your project submission. If you want to look at other new topics, there are a range of videos covering those as well.